Okay, so I'm Lewis Rose. I'm based at the University of Nottingham and also at the British Geological Survey within the STARS consortium. And I'm looking at gas diffusion within soils, so looking at the physics of what happens within soils and unpicking that from the biology and the chemistry. Okay, so it's been really good. We've been looking at interpersonal skills. Personally, that's what I've been trying to get out of it, looking at who we are as people, how we behave and respond to different stimuli in the workplace, and also learning and seeing how other people work and who they are, so we can better communicate with each other and hopefully minimise conflict and work better together with a wider array of people. One of the great things about a DTP is that it's not a normal PhD, and people have this perception of a PhD normally as you're sort of in an office, you're in a laboratory, you're working very contained within yourself. So to be able to get out and communicate with other people, build better working relationships with other people, we can have more collaboration, not just between PhD students and academics, but also outside with industry, particularly in soil science. You need that because there's a lot of agricultural applications for what we're doing. Yeah, so here on the STARS doctoral training program, we're not the normal sort of stereotype of a PhD where you're just working on your own within a laboratory. We're wanting to work between ourselves and with other academics, but also out in the real world, in industry. We want to gain contacts and build working relationships with lots of different people. So it's really important that we can communicate effectively what we're doing and how we can help people. On a personal level, I've always been a big believer in having these skills built up and not just sticking with raw academic study. So I did natural sciences at an undergraduate level. So that's always been really important to me. So I've followed that here. Well, I've hopped around a lot within science, so there's nothing to stop me from doing that again with the skills that I've learnt here. I've always been passionate about the environment, so working for charities and possibly for government would be a big draw for me. But also, you know, I tend not to try and pin myself down to anything. So, well, as with a lot of innovation training, we've learnt a lot about how businesses work, how government works and how these two can interact. So like I was talking about, us interacting with industry, knowing how business interacts with government and how we can all work together on these big problems that we're now facing in the world is really, really important. So it's been great to get that insight into business. It's been going really great. At first you're doing what everyone normally does, you know, you're reading a lot and you're feeling like, okay, I'm not actually getting lab work done. But more recently I've been out in the field, I've taken some first samples, I've got some good data, so it's a really great feeling to actually be up and running with my project. We've had a couple of meetings already and now we've got this session here up in Lancaster, and to learn how to communicate and how to apply these new skills that we're learning to our research is really invaluable because it's already accelerated us past where we would have been just sort of left to our own devices.